guys, I'm Aveline. Welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all having an amazing day. So today we are decorating another apartment, and this one is definitely on the smaller side. It is Penipasas's apartment that I've turned into a Scandinavia inspired apartment because some of you guys may know, some of you also don't. I feel like I get questions about this quite often, whether it's about my accent or just where is she from? But I'm from Denmark, and Scandinavia consists of Denmark, Norway, and Sweden. So, you know, the interior style here is pretty popular around the world, actually. We kind of do a lot of mid-century modern design, interior design, and also just like architecture as well. So I basically just wanted to do an apartment that was a little bit inspired by something that I can recognize from my own life. So it's not groundbreaking. I've done this before. I know of several different YouTubers who have also done Scandinavia-inspired interiors, but I was just really in the mood to, like I said, do something that I felt like was a little bit closer to home, something that I could recognize in my day-to-day. So yeah, that's what I decided to do. Also, the shape of this apartment and the floor plan is pretty much similar. Like, it's very similar to a lot of floor plans that I've looked at. Last year, when I was searching for apartments to move into when I moved, I saw a lot, and it's very often that you have the bathroom close to the front door to the apartment, and then you have two rooms, or like the doors to the bedrooms are through the common room. So it's pretty much like this one. There is one thing I want to point out. The flooring is often a little bit darker than this, but I felt like I just wanted to give it a little bit of a brighter touch today, so I kind of went with it. But usually you'd see darker flooring than this, unless it's like, if it's a rented apartment, it would be like that. But if you buy an apartment, you can sort of customize it to your liking and change the flooring as you will. So an apartment like this would also probably be for two students that are sharing the apartment. So they could either be going to, what you call it, college or university or something. I know one of my friends shared an apartment. My voice is messing up right now, my throat. Just ignore that. But I know that one of my friends shared an apartment that was pretty much the same size, except from the fact that they also had a terrace. But she shared that when she went to technically uni, but it's not uni that she went to. It's just like the same age, stage, whatever. But their apartment was pretty much this size, maybe a little bit bigger, but size proportions are also different in The Sims. Everything kind of seems either bigger or smaller, I feel. But yeah, they were basically sharing an apartment about this size if you like translate it from real life into The Sims, except one of the bedrooms was bigger because they were both the same size, and one bedroom in this apartment is a little bit bigger compared to the other one, so that is one thing. But again, that's a question of like real life to The Sims, which will never really fully be the same because size proportions. So a lot of newer apartments are like this, but then you also have the older apartments. I used to live in one that was from, oh, I don't even remember. My old house was from like the 1890s or something like that. But I think my old apartment was actually from the 1870s or something. So it was very old. And with those ones, except for mine, because like it was so small that we didn't actually probably have like a hallway. But if you're looking at bigger apartments, bigger older apartments, they'll often have, instead of this open floor plan that we're looking at right here in this apartment, they'll have a long hallway and then several rooms going from that hallway. And it's kind of funny, like looking at how the floor plan styles have changed since then. I like the open floor plan a lot better. I have a feeling it might also have something to do with the fact that newer buildings also hold on to heat a lot easier than older ones do. Because, you know, we're getting better at that sort of thing. So back then, smaller rooms hold on to heat more or better than bigger rooms do. So I'm guessing that's part of the reason why they made a lot of smaller rooms, or like at least like blocked off the different rooms. You could still have two rooms that are sort of connected with a door in the middle, like a double door, but they'd still have a wall in the middle. So you could have the dining room in one part of that double room and then maybe the living room in the other one or something, but you'd still have technically two different rooms. So I think it might have something to do with that, but I'm not an architect. I'm not a historian either. So I don't fully know. I just feel like it's logical that that would be why. But I decided to go for the newer kind of floor plan because one, the windows in this apartment fit that kind of floor plan a lot better. And also, I didn't want to have to decorate in the older style. I feel like newer furniture, so mid-century modern and newer, fit into these sorts of apartments a lot better than they fit into older looking apartments or the apartments that I was talking about with the older kind of floor plans as well. So yeah, but I could do an apartment like that at some point, I suppose. It might have to be in Spice District or something. I don't really know if they have the proper windows, but maybe. I'm not fully set on it because this is definitely my kind of favorite when it comes to Scandinavian. I also feel like a lot of people recognize this as Scandinavian a lot better than they would with the older kind of style. So I don't really know. I also don't actually think we have the proper furniture to do that. But maybe I'll have a look at it at some point. Anyways, enough facts about Danish apartments. It's not really important to a lot of you, I think, considering my audience is mainly not Danish. that doesn't make any sense. I don't have a very big percentage of Danish viewers, so I can't imagine why the vast majority of you guys would even care about all the stuff that I just talked about. But sometimes it's fun to just share stuff from my home country. So often these apartments also don't have walk-in closets, by the way. I just want to point that out. Like, it's very uncommon. I actually saw one yesterday, or not yesterday, when was it? Wednesday or something. They have a real estate business, whatever. There's a store. It's not a store, but they have like papers or posters in their windows, and people can walk past and look at houses that are for sale or apartments. And sometimes I like to just look. I can't afford anything, but you know, I build a lot in The Sims. I like to look at these sorts of things. I do it online as well, so I just stopped up to just have a look. And one of the apartments actually had a walk-in closet, so I basically turned towards my mom and was like, I need this place. This place is for me because I want a walk-in closet. And it's not very common that you see apartments in Denmark with built-in walk-in closets. So I was hooked on that apartment. Cannot afford it. Newer apartments in Denmark, if you're looking to buy, they are so expensive. So I don't think that's possible. I know it's not possible, but it was really pretty, and I was really drawn towards that walk-in closet. It's actually also become an issue, like price-wise. Here in my home city, they've been building a lot of apartments for students mainly, but they've made them too expensive for the students to be able to afford the rent, which is just like, where's the logic here? So that is an issue right now, which is, I feel like it's kind of funny, but at the same time, also, who's gonna live in those apartments now? Because they're meant for students. They have community gardens where they can have parties and hang out and stuff, but then they can't afford the rent. Like, it doesn't make sense. Also, that's even with like a side job, and also we get paid to go to school in Denmark. It's a part of our welfare system. So even with that on top of it, they still can't afford them. It's a bit steep, but living expenses in Denmark are also quite high. So food is very expensive, and obviously rent, and also like just to go out and eat is very expensive. If you want to go out like clubbing and stuff, that's also very expensive. Beer is overly expensive, so I totally get, I don't fully get why they made the rent that high, but I get why it's an issue. And I don't know what they're going to do about it, but it's going to be exciting to see. I have driven? I don't know. I've gone past some of those buildings now and then, and it looks like they're actually filling out. But still, it's kind of funny, like they didn't fully think that through when they were building them. So my thought is that with this apartment, it could either be one of those students' apartments, and then of course the sim who lives in the bigger room pays more in rent compared to the sim in the smaller room. Or it could be that, they have wealthier parents who were able to buy this apartment and then let their kid live here. Of course, still paying rent, but it helps a bit when they already own the apartment. So I was kind of thinking like that. And then they had a friend or just a random roommate or something who lives in the smaller room. So that's kind of what I thought, but let me know what you think. We are at the end of the video, so I'm gonna wrap up this voiceover now. If you like this apartment, you can download it off the gallery. My ID is AvelineYT, and you can also find it under the hashtag Aveline or AvelineYT. And as always, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Remember to like and subscribe and all that good stuff if you did, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye bye!
I want to be daring, baby, dance the night away. I let my head down if I want. Don't you just get tired chasing fame and being pretty all the time? Doesn't sound like fun. You can do better. Let me show you what a good time looks like. You can do better, so much better. I don't fit into your box, beauty queens without no flaws. You can do better, I dare you to be wilder. I don't fit into your box, beauty queens without no flaws. You can do better, I dare you to be wilder. I want to be silly, baby, dance the night away. I'll kick my shoes off if I want. Let yourself be free and maybe you will find that there is more to life than being pretty. Honey, let's just face it. You can do better. Let me show you what a good time looks like. You can